naiintindihan din namin ho yun. But there are events where your presence, your physical presence is valuable, much needed, and that is where you must be present and be counted.
Good afternoon, distinguished speakers. I am Reina Corocoto. I had served the Philippine government for 32 years. My last post was being an Assistant Secretary of the National Security Council in the last administration. Now, in my 32 years of government service, I coupled it with graduate studies, postdoctoral studies, because I valued public service. Talagang binibigyan natin ng halaga, kaya nag-aaral at nagtatrabaho at nag-aaral. Pero to my dismay, this administration has trashed all the ideals, but more on the principles of good governance. Talagang nakapanlulumog. Lahat ng aming pag-aaral na hindi naman libre kahit sa UP, babayad pa rin. At pag-aaral ko sa abroad, parang nabaliwala. Yung talaga ang frustration ko personally. Now, this is my question, or I would say a puzzle to each and everyone. I would consider this as a puzzle. You know, what is the tipping point? When is the tipping point? Because we are heading towards the direction of becoming a failed state. If you look at Haiti, of sub-Saharan countries, we are heading towards the direction. All the indicators are pointing towards that. My guess is, if there is a big nationwide, of course I do not hope, but national calamity, like what happened in Haiti, there was this big earthquake. Suddenly, distate tayo, hindi na tayo dahan-dahan hahantong sa paging failed state. Talagang bagsak agad tayo. Kasi the governance is corrupt, incompetent. Talagang babagsak tayo kung meron tayong katulad ng incidents ng Haiti or sa Sahara, there was this famine. Ano ba ang tipping point? When is the tipping point? Kasi yung ibang bansa, for example, yung Arab Spring, it was just inflation. And they were able to change their government. Recently, in Bangladesh, the people protested and they overthrew the Prime Minister for 20 years. It's just because of the policy na walang increase sa mga iha-hire para sa gobyerno. Sinabi ko ito kay Secretary Pasco in my message to him. Sabi ko, 3 things that we have to, achieve in order to end this misery, this crisis. First is the church, the Catholic Church must speak. The armed forces of the Philippines must withdraw support to the Commander-in-Chief, and Vice President Sara Duterte must assume the leadership, which nangyari na naman kasi I told him that in my text message to him 2 months ago. Pero itong dalawa, wala pa. So, ito yung puzzle sa akin. It's because there's so much bribery now in corruption term nyo doon, pero sa paningin ko dyan, binubusog talaga nila yung mga official ng armed forces. Kaya hindi sila kumakalap. Siguro malalaki ang allowances. Wala namang nakikita ibang dahilan eh. Sorry to say that. siguro ang ano natin, I'm sorry, Attorney Rodriguez, I do not agree with you that we should not aim to overthrow the government. The social contract says that government is there because there's a contract between the government and the government. Di ba? Kahit sa US political system, sinasabi ng revolution ay accepted. Hindi naman gobyerno in-overthrow natin, kundi ang mga tao at sistema. Hindi talaga ang institusyon, kundi ang mga tao at sistema. So, ang nakikita ko dito, because looking at the statistics, there is so much support kasi nga si PRRD, si P.P. Sara, sila ngayon ang ating leader, sila pala ating leader, ang ating inspirasyon. Ang pinakamalaking support nanggagaling sa Mindanao at Visayas. If we are able to mobilize the people of Mindanao and Visayas to stand, to march in the street of EDSA, kasi na dito rin naman ang kamag-anak nila, yun ang tinatawag ng primordial ties. In social science, it is defined as ties based on ethnicity, of language, of race, and community. Kasi hindi tayo tinutulungan ng armed forces.
Let me just reply. But first, ASEC, thank you for your service. Maraming salamat sa inyong servisyo sa ating bansa. And that is why the Hakbang Maiso was formed to serve as the resistance. I-resist natin itong mga pagsasalaunang ginagawa ng gobyerno. And I understand yung passion mo. In fact, we welcome that here in Hakbang Maiso that you want to overthrow the government, this administration. And you know, yung ini-espouse mo of overthrowing comes in many forms. Regime change. We can institute regime change. But just to put it in its proper context, not through the employment of violence, we do not encourage that. Maybe through the ballots, we can institute regime change. And midterm is vital. Otherwise, parang mga maroding invaders ito. Tuloy-tuloy ito mga ito. Walang humpay ito, mananatili ang mga ito. As for what do we do as an tipping point, I am always in a meeting with Manong Jun Ebasco. And we are always confronted with the same question. Ang tagal-tagal naman. And we always have one answer. Not to you, but in general. Pagka may nakakaharap kami, ano bang nangyayari, ano kulang. Hakbang ng Maisog is doing already what many initially feared to do, and that is speaking up. But we cannot do it alone. That's why we come to you. We appeal to you that we stand united. You have to make a principled stand and let your voice be heard and be counted. Because Hakbang ng Maisog standing alone will not be able to effect the change that you and I, all of us here, are aspiring for. We need you. We need you. The better question, I guess, to those who have that thought in mind, and I don't mean to offend anyone, it's an open forum. Tanungin din dapat ninyo ang inyong sarili. Kung alam niyo lahat ng nangyayaring problema sa bansa, prior to today, ano na ba ang ginawa ninyo? That's why we go around, we ask for your help, but we cannot do it alone. We have to show this government that the resistance is growing by the day. We are also aware that the form of protesting, nagbago na po yan eh. Pati nung pandemic, binago niya. Digital na rin ang protesta. I may not be with you physically sa isang protesta, sa isang kilos protesta o sa rally. pero susubaybayan kita from start to finish sa YouTube. In the comforts of my office, dahil hindi na ako pwede mag-absent, matatanggal ako sa trabaho, problema na naman. Naiintindihan din namin ho. But there are events where your presence, your physical presence is valuable, much needed, and that is where you must be present and be counted.
Quick lang, no? I just need to say this. The tipping off kasi, I think it was already overdue. Overdue na yung tipping point. But the question is, why is it still a tipping point, not an action from the people? Kasi remember, ako ay ang analysis ko dyan, because the establishment itself is against the possible successor of BBM, who is a Duterte. Kasi, di ba nga, I mentioned kanina that during his term, binanggaan niya yung establishment. So what happened? Sa time ngayon, parang siguro it is safe to say na pinagtsatsagaan na lang si BBM because ang papalit, Duterte. So everybody is with them. Can you imagine even the left is with them? So everybody is with them. Sino natira? Tayo, the masses of the people. So, tayo dapat yung umaksyon. Now, as regards action kasi, ako as an architect kasi, I look at it from a technical point of view. Kasi kami mga architect, pag may mga projects kami, meron kami tinatawag na program evaluation report technique. Para siyang program of work. So I see this as a project where there are 3 milestones. So milestone number 1, sige, ma'am, I will take your dare to oust Marcos. That's the first milestone. Let's oust him. Pero my point, ang problema kasi dyan, the reality of that is that we don't have really much time to oust him. And that first milestone, I think, will only be as far as the end of September. That's the first milestone. If we are not able to oust him by that time, we go to the second milestone, which is the midterm elections. Because come October 1st, filing of candidacy na. Now, as a group, talaga, we need to participate in that second milestone, which is to field candidates that will really, truly represent us. And that is, and I refer to the Senate and Congress. Kasi doon lang naman eh. What can you expect from the judiciary? Judiciary is passive. They only act if you present something to them. Ang executive ang kalaban natin, ang katapat niyan will be the legislature, which is right now controlled by the executive. So that is the second milestone. The third milestone is the elections in 2028.